So hi guys, welcome to Crazy Burger.
Oh my god!
Now this comes as a standalone, but you have to actually download the packages to go with it. There is a free game just to get you started. I think it's Ghouls and Ghosts or Ghouls and Goblins, one of the two. Then there's 3 packs, run about 10 games each that come in at about $11.99. But you can buy the full package for $29.99, which isn't a too bad sort of offer. And there's a lot of arcade games here. One of the reasons why I'm going to look at it is because potentially we could maybe see these games on the Evercade at some point this year. And let's hope so. So I'm going to have a look at them and see what ones we could see. Maybe all of them. You never know, but let's have a look at it. So quite a funky little tune, funky screen that we start on, and let's start and have a look. So they're all sort of set out as cabinets, and you can play these. There's so many different options, which is impressive. Let me quickly jump through all the games, and we'll select a few to play. And the presentation is top notch. I mean, I think I counted at least 30 games, perhaps. There's a lot of shoot 'em ups in here. There's quite a lot of fighters and things like that. But there's some really good games. I think potentially there's some cracking games here that could be great on the Evercade, on the handheld, in that form. Like Mega Twins would be brilliant, I think, on that. But having a look at this, you can sort these by favourites. I've just added a few to favourites so far. You can sort it with a different style. You've got action, shooters, fighting, and playable. That's only if you haven't actually purchased anything. This is all the game that you've paid for, and anything else that you need to download is in here. So you can quickly load any game that you've saved in here by pressing the left trigger, and then it shows you where I've actually saved, and you can just jump straight in without actually being in the actual game itself, which I think is quite cool. You can add new games. So menu, there's view rankings, there's status of each game and things. There's different viewpoints, and let's sort of pick one to give you an idea. So let's start. Let's actually start with Mega Twins, because I think that's actually quite cool. There's quite a lot of Japanese versions here as well, which sometimes you need to actually change the ROM version. Mega Twins is known as the cheeky cheeky boys in Japanese, which is quite amusing. But yeah, it doesn't really change the game much, but I guess there is some version that's only in Japanese, which the whole text is in Japanese, but sometimes it's just a shooter, so it really doesn't make any difference what language it's in. So if you can actually click on the game, you've got lots of great options. You can actually look at the game manual itself, and it tells you how to play it, which is terrific. Different game settings you can have, difficulty level. Just go over there. You can change it to suit yourself, I guess, which should be great. If you look at some of the harder games here that are almost impossible. But yeah, there's a lot of things you can do. Obviously, being a coin up, you can just add coins as you see fit. There's lots of different display settings. You can set it as you see fit. Full screen, natural screen. If you can see, like just arcade version, you can actually play it as if you're playing in the arcade. There's different filters to display. I've got it on the sort of scan lines a little bit because I thought it looked better for some reason. Usually I don't like the scan lines, but anyway, you can change the orientation of the console as well, which is great. But yeah, there's a lot of really cool things here. But let's actually have a look at the game. So to insert a coin, you just click down on the right thumbstick, and it gets you started. Here we go. Oh, I always keep pressing the wrong buttons. So some of the button layout is a bit strange, I think, but you can't. I wonder if you can actually change that. So this is one of the games I thought, wow, this would be really cool, I think, on the Evercade. The button, I guess one of the buttons you can actually, usually it's auto fire, you just hold it and it would keep pressing like that, so you don't get button fatigue, I guess. Which is quite good, I guess. It'll come in quite handy in the shooters, for example. But probably for the diehard, you can just use the normal button to press once and button bash as you please. But This one, oh, I absolutely love this game. This is going to be brilliant. I think, well, what I mean is it would be absolutely brilliant if it was on the Evercade. It just seems to work so well on sort of handheld. Obviously on the Switch you can actually play obviously the 2-player version, which I guess with Mega Twins is probably all about 2 players I guess. Which is probably a bit of a problem I guess with the Evercade, with the fact that we can't actually play any 2-player games as yet, such as this. But maybe in the future we will. I think it would be amazing if we could, but we need some sort of link up to do that. But this is a great little game, I absolutely love it. This probably isn't one of the hardest game in the arcade collection here. There's a lot of games that are just impossible. This game's actually really fun. So let's go back to the main menu and have a look. So you can quickly go back to the main menu, press the plus button, and you can restart. You can save. There's lots of save options. Save your progress. Select another game. And let's go, let's have a look at another one. So tons of shooters, some are really good, some are just solid. There's obviously the classic Street Fighter, which we'll have a look at. There's another one, Captain Commando, terrific game. All the shooters. There's about 3 versions here of Street Fighter. Street Fighter, the hyper fighting version, which is just super quick, insane. Super Fighter Turbo, you can sort of choose your speed and lots more characters in it, which is really cool. It's another kind of robot, Japanese style. This was one that's only in Japanese, so you can't actually play it unless you swap the ROM version to Japanese, and then you'll be able to play it. Cyberbot, some of these I've never actually heard of or played before, which is quite cool. Battle Circuit, which is a kind of strange sort of beat 'em up. Another great shooter. Oh, let's have a look at this one. This one I actually quite liked. Gigawing or Gigawing. This is cool. So let's get started. Press start. You can actually select what character you want to be. Great. But yeah, I definitely liked this one. There is a lot of shooters on here. Some are hard, some are easy, some are just frustrating. But this one I actually really liked. I'm not really the greatest at shooters, and I'm not the biggest shooter fan. I'm not amazingly good at them, but this one I really enjoyed. I think, wow, this would be quite cool. The Evercade already has quite a few shooters, and I guess this one would be very welcome indeed if we could get this on a arcade cart. Fingers crossed we do get Capcom. I mean, Capcom has to be one of the options that we're going to get surely this year. There's so many great arcade games. Like, oh, it'd be great to have Street Fighter, for example, as well. Play these final fights. This is what I remember growing up as being typical arcade games. Everyone might have slightly different experiences, I guess. What I don't really like about all these shooters, there's so much going on screen at one time, it just feels like it's impossible not to get hit by something. But this is good, this is quite flashy, lots going on, fun. But yeah, this typical coin up, I'm not very good at it. And you die quickly. So yeah, this would be a great card to do some high score challenges on as well, which would be brilliant. Another shooter. Let's sort of quickly go through Higemaru. This one's kind of bizarre. Let's have a look at this one actually. It's kind of strange. I don't recall playing it before. I might have. I can't really remember. But it's quite an early one. See, it's 1984, so it's quite a sort of an early coin-op arcade game. and it's quite simple. You get the oops, damn. You get the barrels and destroy the other sailors, I guess. I don't know. Pirates. Yeah, that's kind of a start level to get used to. It obviously gets a lot more tricky, but you think, wow, this would be really cool on the Evercade. These type of games are perfect for our handheld. Don't think something to play particularly great on a console. But playing it handheld at your leisure, wow, that's where it's at for me. Kind of simple. At first glance, I actually thought it was like a Bomberman style game, but you play it's not really. You really need to grab the barrels and take out the other sailor, pirates, whatever they are. Oh, and they all sneak out every now and again. I'm not particularly good at it, but it is fun. Let's have a look at other games. So yeah, tons of shooters. I mean, there's lots. Commando, which is quite good. Ghosts and Goblins, can't go wrong with that. It's really hard though. I guess this would be one of the games that would be cool. The versions, the actual home console versions were actually quite good. But I suppose the best version is most likely the arcade. But I think I've played so many versions of it, then all of them were pretty decent. But all of them are super hard. It's a fun game, no doubt about it. Apparently there's actually going to be a Ghouls and Goblins, or Ghouls and Ghosts, not sure what one is, remake that's going to hit the Nintendo Switch this year. So I look forward to seeing that. See, I'm really not great at this game. I don't think I've ever made great progress through it. I just find it extremely hard. But it's a fun game, no doubt. You could actually maybe make it slightly easier, I guess, in the settings. Not sure if that would actually work. Let's see what we can do. Oh, we've only got display settings for this one. Ah yeah, so obviously the difficult settings aren't in every game. That's disappointing. So you can actually change your style and fix it to however you see fit, which is even cooler. So bad at this. I never get far at all. Anyway, let's have a look at some more games, guys. I'm not going to go through every game, no, that's going to be quite time consuming, but I'll try and go through some of them. Let's see. Bionic Commando. This is an interesting one. I think would be good on Evercade. So you can shoot and to grab up to the higher branches in the tree. You need to sort of get your Bionic Arm and climb all the way up. Easier said than done, but I need to destroy that. I really quite like this one actually. Again, it's hard, it's so hard. It's going to come down and get me. So you just basically need to keep climbing up and avoiding these guys. These just took me out. Let's have a quick continue. So that you can unlimited continues, which is quite cool. Great little game. Oh darn. This has to be a must on the Evercade surely, if we do get a Capcom. This style of game just is perfect for handheld playing. Anyway, let's have a look at some more, guys. Keep pressing the wrong buttons on the controller. So say there's tons of these shooters. Some I like, some I don't. They're just not very good at it. Got them as a classic. Ghouls and Ghosts. I think I slightly prefer Ghouls and Ghosts to Ghouls and Goblins. We've got Strider. Now here's another platformer. Now, they remade this a few years ago, back at the start of the Xbox One lifetime, back in 2013 maybe, and it was actually quite good. Got quite hard though, but it was good. It was really good. Lots of versions. I think every computer had a version of this. This is like your typical slash. This is where Tanza would be inspired from. Is your platform slash 'em up for sure. Same sort of idea and stuff. So yeah, no doubt this has been inspired. Sorry, Tanza's been inspired by Strider. I think they even utilise the same sound effects in the remake, which is quite cool. Let's just jump over these guys. Oh. Yeah, very good. Yeah, I played for I know to stand under there to avoid that. Anyway, this is good. I really like this game. I'd definitely like to play this with some save states for sure. Make a little bit more progress every now and again. Brilliant. So any luck guys, maybe some point this year we may even get a Capcom arcade. Surely that's got to be the highest possibility of any of the arcade games that we could see. Certainly lots of other ones I'd like to see, but I think this one's got to be a surefire possibility. So let's have a look at maybe something else. Oh, these are games I'm not really that keen on, sort of Japanese style games. I'll maybe try and have a look at another one of these shooter games. Captain Commando's great. What one will I have a look at? Let's have a look at this one. Sometimes a lot of these games are much of muchness, they're just pretty similar. This one's a slightly later version of the series here, so it's a little bit graphically a little bit better than the 1941, 1942 games. I say not a fan of these type of games, but they can be a little bit of fun. I say one of the best versions, the best things about this Capcom arcade collection is that you can just hold down the button rather than keep pressing it. Not that it makes it any better for me, I'm still rubbish. It's really just all about trying to avoid. Just kill everything and avoid getting hit. I like this one. I definitely like this one. I thought this was quite good. Not quite as difficult as the earlier games. Flying medals, yeah. Hopefully, yeah. I tell this would be awesome if we could get this on the Evercade. I doubt we'll see all of these games, but I reckon we'll definitely see some of them. Hopefully this year. Time will tell if that's going to happen, but surely. Fingers crossed we will see this, guys. I'd love to be able to play these on the Evercade. Could definitely handle this, surely. How is this not destroyed yet? 10 years later. Oh, Jesus. Oh, really should have used those special powers, forgot about that. Let's have a look at some of the other classics like Street Fighter and Final Fight. Let's have a look at Final Fight. In fact, let me load in my save of Final Fight where I'm at. See how bad I am at Final Fight, even though I've played it so often. This guy is just horrible. Oh. I remember playing this in the arcade many a time. Absolutely loved it. Even played 2-player. My dad would help me and join in. So I was under the age to be in the arcade, so obviously that's why my dad was obviously always there. He loved it though. He enjoyed playing it as well. Died already. So the amount of 10p's you probably spent trying to get past this guy is insane. But the best version I played of this was probably the Mega CD version, which was really good. The Commodore 64 version was absolutely awful. Didn't even look like Final Fight to me. Oh wow, how's he not dead? There's nothing left. Unbelievable. I've been cheated. So definitely one of my all-time favourite side-scrolling beat-em-ups for sure. Classic beat-em-up. You really need to get the get this to help. I've just not sure if we'll do it. So beat up the car, get extra points. It's a button basher. I don't think I'm going to do it. Yay! I like this next bit. Wait for it.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I love that bit. I honestly thought he was saying "oh my car," but he's saying "oh my god." Well, I must have picked that up wrong. Wow, this is awesome. There is a few beat 'em ups coming in April in the Jalico collection, and they're actually quite good. But I don't think any of them are as good as this. This is probably one of the best for me. But yeah, let's move on to see the other iconic game in the collection, Street Fighter. Street Fighter. So Street Fighter. I mean, back in the early 90s, this game was huge in the arcades, and then we all got console conversions to the Mega Drive or the SNES, and it was all a big battle back then. And they were all really good conversions actually. I think the Mega Drive version was pretty good. The SNES one was really good too. It was difficult really to say the difference between this. But yeah, I suppose the arcade version is probably still the best. Played this a lot on the Mega Drive back in the day. Absolutely loved it. The more you play it, the more you get used to it, the better you get at it. Initially you can find it quite hard. But the Street Fighter Hyper Fighting is, I find, quite difficult to play. Which I always prefer coming back to the original. Which is a classic, absolute classic. On the Evercade we have Fighter's History, which I think is quite good as well. It's pretty much on a par with this, I guess. I always feel as if the computer constantly cheats you here. Ah. Sometimes I just really bash the buttons and hope for the best. I do know some of the moves, but
Round one, fight!
take that. I always seem to get stuck on this level for sure. Oh yeah, that actually reminded me, I accidentally pressed that there. You can actually press there's a rewind function. We can go back, by pressing the right trigger you go back, and you can go forward as well, repeat, but that's quite cool if you get stuck. Anyway guys, thanks for watching the video today. Please like and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed. And we'll catch you again next time. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.
Fight!
Bye guys.